Good afternoon, class. Thank you for joining this session today. Please make yourself at ease and we will begin shortly. Item hash SCP-5945. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. All instances and copies of SCP-5945 are currently kept in the Department of Anomalous Records and Files. Selected instances of SCP-5945 that have been classified as safe using the Martins-Weber test are allowed to be displayed in public museums and exhibitions for the public to view. Due to the general public's knowledge of SCP-5945, no MTF intervention will be required to contain the spread of information of the knowledge of SCP-5945. However, SCP-5945's effect is to still be kept a secret from the public. Description: SCP-5945 as a whole refers to all documents, recordings and all other forms of media linked to Project Pegasus, an initiative believed to have been started by former Foundation Temporal Anomalies Department agents alongside several members of the U.S. government, which aim to create and distribute instances of SCP-5945. Most instances of SCP-5945 are believed to have been distributed between the years of 1943 and 1945 in the regions of Nazi Germany, Italy and other Axis-aligned nations. The information presented by SCP-5945 instances have been confirmed to be Level 3 memetic agents, created with the purpose to induce a mindset aligned with the beliefs and values of the US, the UK and other allied nations. When an instance of SCP-5945 is shown or played to a hostile subject with a mindset aligned with the Axis nation's own beliefs, SCP-5945's memetic effect will, in most instances, cause the subject to drop their hostility and commonly raise their hands in an act of surrender to any person wearing a uniform aligned with the Allied forces. Following initial contact, the subject will thereafter subconsciously reject any object or person with the Axis forces affiliation. It has been confirmed that SCP-5945's and Project Pegasus intervention have affected the general timeline of world events, most prominently Temporal Event TE 19451, though the full extent of the effect is still not known. SCP-5945's effects have been proven to be ineffective against subjects with a significantly deeper commitment to the Axis nation's beliefs, and repeated viewings or showings have, in some cases, resulted in the death of the subject by suicide. Memetic agent warning. The information in the documents below are confirmed to be Level 3 memetic hazards. Access is restricted to subjects and personnel who will be negatively affected by SCP-5945's effects. Addendum 5945-1, Selected Instances of SCP-5945. Document 1, Written Excerpt from a Broadcasted Message Recorded in Nazi Germany, 1944, translated from German. Attention! Attention! There will be a shortage of rations in Berlin. There will be a shortage of rations in Berlin. Please remain calm. The situation is under control. Document 2, Excerpt from a leaflet dropped into Nazi Germany, 1945, translated from German. The owner of the blue bicycle is Wilhelm. If you are Wilhelm, please take note. Your bicycle cannot be recovered at this time. Document 3, Written Excerpt from a Broadcasted Message Recorded in Japan, 1945, translated from Japanese. The sun rises ever brightly on our nation. We ask you to remain committed to this great nation. Our great nation will never fall. Long live the Emperor. Addendum 5945-2, Other Documents and Media Regarding SCP-5945. Document 1, Written Excerpt from a spoken message given by a U.S. diplomat involved with Project Pegasus, August 1945. They say the best outcome of any conflict is the minimization of casualties. That's what I believe, at least. As a result, we started this project because it was the best way to do so. A safe way to end the war efficiently. However, while the project was successful in Europe, it was less successful in Asia. As a result, we were forced to take the next solution. We needed to force their hand since the project didn't deliver the results we expected. The project that is currently being termed as the Manhattan Project was run as a backup. It was just a pity that we had to use it. Document 2, printed email from the Foundation Temporal Anomalies Department Director regarding SCP-5945. From, Director Thaddeus Ziyank. 205 Council Representative. Subject, Official Apology. Date, April 9, 2015. Members of the Council. In response to the warning I was given 3 days ago, I would like to formally apologize for failing to inform you about Project Pegasus and the creation of SCP-5945. I admit that I was unaware that the official timeline had been changed by the project until one of my subordinates admitted to the tampering. I am fully aware of the rules that the department is obligated to follow. However, when I attempted to send my subordinates that started the project back to fix the timeline, they refused, in spite of the rules they had to follow. The reasoning they gave me was that they had to start the project first, for the sake of the Foundation and its current reality. No further elaboration was given. Due to this, and other evidence I will present in the future, I believe that it will be in our best interest not to stop Project Pegasus. Once again, I formally apologize for my conduct. Director Ziyank is for my
Thank you for attending this session today. If you do have any questions about today, please leave these in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe for more sessions. Thanks from everyone.